Okay, here we are. All right. So today I'm doing my interview with one of my students. This is Monica. And Monica is, well, she has macular degeneration, but she's a fabulous artist. And so we've been finding ways to work with that. When Monica first came in, she was a very tight artist and kind of realism, painted realism, and now she was wanted to learn how to loosen up a little bit. So that's where we are with her painting, and she's really great. But she's going to be drawing today, and she's going to be drawing some apples, and then I'm going to be asking you some questions, Monica, while you're drawing. So, okay, so you can start and go ahead, and then I'm going to turn the camera on you just a little so people can kind of see what you're doing. Now, Monica has her magnifying glass, although you're not using that right now. So sometimes you do, and
I can't use it from a distance. I'd have to come right up to look at it. If I was doing detail, once I've got the outside edges done, then I would come back in and see, well, what was that there? And then
right.
I would commit it to my memory in my brain and let my brain take over and just sketch it in where I think it ought to go. And I realise I've done this wrong, so I would just then
Monica, nothing's wrong.
sketch it in and then put in the darks where I see the darks. I put the darks in really then.
Right.
And then I would put the stones in where I'd see them. Now this part here I see it from now, then I've moved myself. I should have put this down here. And I'll then mark it in here. And
Just
then I would give
amazing.
then I would just then start doing from the outside where the actual real darks are, where these two are very close together. Here.
Right.
And that,
Now, I
and
didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yes, certainly.
I was going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Well, how long have you been drawing and painting?
Well, I've only been sketching as a child, just sketching things I like, trees mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't very good at it. I tried a skull and I didn't I didn't understand the bone structure, so I thought I couldn't do anything. So when I retired, I had nothing to do, and I retired at the age of 60. And my sister said, well, you ought to paint, because you used to paint your apartments in London, the walls, just to make things look a bit bigger. And she said, I don't know how you did it. So I don't know either. I just wanted to make my apartment look bigger. Then she gave me paints and Bob Ross to look at and said, well, you just have to get a spatula and go like this, boom, boom, boom. And that's what I did. And I still didn't like the canvas. I much preferred the canvas I used in London, which is wallpaper, Hessian wallpaper, and it used to catch hold of the paint and give me beautiful colours.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I now go for darks and lights, because that's where I realised what it was happening.
Well, when did you start? Is that when you started realizing with the macular degeneration?
Well, I had colon cancer and had chemo for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then while I was having my treatment for that, I found I couldn't see to get on to the what do you call it, where they examination table. I just couldn't see the steps. So I went to have the cataracts removed. They said I had cataracts. But instead of cataracts, it was, I had hemorrhaging in the back of my eyes. And so then I decided, well, I want to paint. I found this artist studio, and I went there and I said to him, teach me to paint. He said, well, how can I if you've got macular degeneration? So I said, well, just have a go, see what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And he looked at what I was doing and said, this is marvellous, I don't know how you do it. And then he took over and taught me how to do that, but then he tightened me up. As I was saying to you, I got so involved in the principles of it, I lost my fluidity.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I came here and I saw the open, I felt so fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It just, the lightness in here, and I could see lights and darks, and I thought, this is where I want to paint. And right. That's where you have helped me. You just, also your knowledge of macular degeneration and people helped me by you loosened me up by understanding where I was coming from.
Monica and I have had really a lot of conversations about macular degeneration and how artists, good artists, a lot of the time use their peripheral vision instead of looking at things straight on, and it's actually helpful to use their peripheral vision. Or they'll use a technique where they squint so they can only see the lights and dark. So I tried to explain to Monica when she first came in that, gee, she almost has a gift that I know she doesn't see it that way, but that she can see things sort of the way an artist has to see things. But when you have your normal vision, you have to strain to see those darks and lights, or to just work out of your peripheral. And Monica is doing that really well, just because of her limitation, which really makes me think a lot about the Embrace Your Shake video. Embrace the Shake, and we've watched that in here before. But but anyway, so Monica's loosening up, and she's doing really, really well. So you can keep drawing with her drawings, and really with her painting. Her painting has come a long way. I don't think there's anything in here. We're at the art center right now, and I don't know. You didn't put anything in this show, did you?
No.
Okay.
The other one I saw the show before with the Florida artists.
Okay.
The one I wanted to do.
I'll have to try to get it. I think I have one of your paintings. I might have two of your paintings that I can post. But anyway. All right. So while you're drawing, you can just keep drawing while I'm asking you a few more questions. So what do you like most about this stage of your life?
The freedom of being able to go where you want, when you want,
Mm-hmm.
and to enjoy the things that you weren't able to do when you were tied down to a job.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily for me, my job allowed me to go all over the place. So, but I still was restricted to being on the job at the particular time.
What was your job?
So I'm really a trained chartered accountant.
Oh, an accountant. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
But most of my jobs have been in service industries. Like I ran a restaurant, and at the same time as running the restaurant, I had 7 other companies to run at the same time.
Wow.
And we opened all different types of businesses, so that I had to be on the wall, even if I get down the floor and clean the floor before the television cameras came in to see what we'd done.
Right.
Nothing was out of my reach.
Right.
And I also worked for L'Oreal and Golden Limited at the time, and I was working for their accountant and learned how to do my own hair. And I know it looks a mess at the moment, but I do my own hair now. I even cut my own hair.
Wow.
So
Monica, you're a jack of all trades.
Yes.
So keep with your drawing, because they're coming along very well. Nice job. And then, what do you think you like least about this stage?
Least about this church, now that my sight is gone, my family have wanted me to be with her, which is now has come down to one sister, and being restricted, being told what to do, where to go, you mustn't be doing, you ought to be doing this, you ought to be doing that.
Right.
If I was in my own apartment, I'd be doing my own thing.
Right.
And I can't drive. And I love driving. I've driven all over France, Spain, I've been all over the place on my own.
Right. So it's a little bit harder. There's some challenges.
And I've driven all over here as well, all over Georgia. I want to get in that car and go.
Right.
But now I get on the buses and I love it.
Right.
The buses, because in London, the buses are you can't have a car in London. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it. So you just get the nearest bus, and they come every 7 minutes. They don't come like every hour.
I know.
I
know.
Here,
it is. It's quite a difference when you have a whole different transportation system that you have to rely on.
Yeah. Well,
I know.
Paris is lovely because you've got the metro. You just drop down on the metro and you're off.
Right. Yeah. Pinellas County is not Paris.
No.
I should say Pinellas County is no Paris. And say it like that. All right. I'm going to give you a couple more minutes, like 3 more minutes to work on your drawing. I'm going to kind of watch what you're doing, because you are getting those darks and lights in really, really well.
The thing about darks and lights is if you've made a mistake, you can always widen it and adjust your paint. But always remember which part is nearest you. If the apple comes like this to here, this is your nearest lightest, and this is all dark under here. And if you have a shadow that was cast by these two, I can see the shadows here cast by these. So I would, if I'm drawing to help me remember what I was doing, this is what I would do, and leave that, but make sure that you get they're only ovals, like ovals or circles. But you only use the side of your pencil, so you just get like that.
And now is that
But
because you're handling those darks and lights really well? So is that with your macular degeneration? Is that you're seeing? That's what all you're seeing, right?
Yeah,
is darks.
this is what I see. But now I can think that I will use my magnifying glass to see. Oh, I've overlapped it. How did I overlap it? My brain wasn't thinking. If I'd been doing it properly, I'd have said, oh, there's a gap there between them. And the gap would be easily marked out by making this really, and then you've got your light in the middle again. The apple's not quite as round. It does. This apple here has got a kink in it.
That's awesome.
And then you've got so the shadow gets a kink in it.
Right.
And then like.
So Monica is not quite done, but that's okay because I'm going to conclude the interview, and I'm going to conclude it with just about a minute of them watching you do some more of your drawing and seeing how you're getting those darks and lights and how that's sort of helping with your drawing and as well as your painting. It's fun to watch Monica paint because she's very expressive and it just is fabulous. So I'll just do that and then I'll end the interview, and I thank you for helping me with my project.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Challenging myself, which I'm not sure is. I try to get the best things,
the more prominent highlights and darks, yeah.
Then I can go in and adjust them afterwards. And if I were doing it with paint, I'll do that as well. It's always best to remember that things furthest away are darker. And then you get lighter and lighter as it comes in.
All right. Well, thank you, Monica. I appreciate it. Thanks.